everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sheena from Christian Creative Mental, and on my channel I do videos all about Bible journaling and mental health struggles. If you're interested in seeing more videos about Bible journaling and mental health struggles, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell beside it so you'll get notifications every time I publish a new video. Today I'm going to show you how to complete a Bible journaling page from my Preparing Your Hearts for Easter Bible journaling prompts. So let's get started. So we're going to get started designing this page, and we're going to do the resurrection. And with this page, we are going to start out, I'm just going to use this is my monograph pencil. I got it from Tombow, and I will include a link of it below. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lightly sketch a line for the land and hole for the tomb. That just kind of helps me know where I want it to look how. And then I'm also going to sketch like a rock that's been rolled back. And this will just kind of help me have the different areas of my page design. I'm actually going to erase some of these darker markings because I don't want them to show up, and erase the ones that are inside the circle. Now that I have sketched that and erased out the spots, I'm going to start out with the sky. And I'm going to use some of my super crayons to color it. I'm going to use these three different blues right here. Let's see if I can hold them so you can see them. I'm going to start out closest to it with the dark blue. And I'm actually going to like draw right over where it's at. And then I'm just going to kind of color some of it right next to it. Now I actually have a protector behind my page. It is one of those chopping boards from Dollar Tree, and I just cut it in half and put it behind the page. And then I'm going to use the next blue to add some more blue. I just wanted a little bit of the dark blue. I didn't want a ton of dark blue. I actually want the most of the medium blue. So I'm going to put some medium blue on here. And then I will do the light blue. I'm going to add it across the top just like this. And now I want to go ahead and use my Aqua Painter, and I'm going to start with the darkest blue just to kind of blend all of my blues. And now that I've gotten basically all of my dark blue done, I'm going to blend into the medium blue. And as you can see, just from blending into it, now I can just go ahead and do the dark, finish out the medium blue. Now that I have finished out the medium blue, I can go ahead and do the light blue. This actually ended up being a little bit darker than I envisioned it to be. And I'm going to fix that. First I've got to dry this. it ended up being darker, I'm actually going to take my lightest blue and I'm going to go over the whole page with it where the sky is. And it's just giving it a really pretty watercolor look. That's what I love about the super crayons. And I'm just going to dry this page. Now I'm going to use my grays for the tomb and the empty areas. I'm going to use the lighter gray for the stone. I'm just going to color it. And I don't color it totally because then that would kind of mess up the watercolor effect. Then I'm going to use my darker one and do the opening. And I'm actually going to start with the darker one because I have less of it on the paper and it is covering my opening. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the darker one. I'm going to do it kind of over in a circular motion because I want it to look like a circle because it's covering the tomb. Now I'm going to dry the page. I'm going to use kind of this, I'm not sure what color it is, for the land because I want it to kind of look like a desert. I want it to look kind of like dirt because I don't envision a bunch of grass around. That's just not really what I see. And again, I'm going to paint it. It's not super dark because I just don't really want it to be real bold. Just going to paint over it totally, kind of blend it, give the whole bottom half of the page the watercolor effect. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to darken up some edges. I'm just going to take my super crayon and give it more of a definite line at the bottom of the tomb and kind of along the edge of the rock and the opening of the tomb. I'm even actually going to add a little more color into the tomb because I want it to be darker than the stone. Now that I have done that, I'm going to go back with my Aqua Painter again and I'm going to color that. Okay, and I think that gives it a good kind of, this is the tomb part. I'm going to dry that. I feel like the land needs a little more color to it, so I'm going to use one of my lighter browns and add on to some of this color. Just going to put a little bit of color on there. Use my Aqua Painter and just paint it and blend it out good. That I think is looking a lot more like I was envisioning and a little less like before it just looked too yellow and I needed it to be a little more brown. So now I'm going to add some lettering to this page, and in this page I want to put "the tomb was empty." Now obviously that is a good bit of words to include on the page, so I need to pick out my words that I want to be more bold. And I want tomb and empty to be bold. So I'm going to start about at where the two blues change from the lightest to the medium blue to put tomb. I'm just going to use my pencil, so then if it ends up being too big, I can go back and erase it. And I'm just doing it real lightly. Okay, so I almost can't see it. I wrote it so lightly, but that's okay. So I want to put "the tomb was empty," and then I'm going to put empty actually in the tomb. Then after I do that, I'm going to use my Illustrated Faith 0.65 pen, and I'm going to write over my lettering. So let me see if I can even really see it. Okay, there we go. So I did want it to be super light, so then when I wrote over it, if I needed to erase it, it wouldn't be like affecting too much of the page. You wouldn't really like affect the colors if I needed to erase it. And I actually, when I went back over, did not go all the way down on my second part of the M as I originally drew it, because that was just farther down than I wanted it to be. So I want "the tomb was empty," so then I'm going to, now on empty, it's a little bit harder to see because it's on that gray, but I can kind of see it, and then I can just trace over it. And the biggest reason why I do write the letters in a pencil first is because I want to make sure I have enough room to write what I'm going to write in the area that I'm planning on writing it. It'd stink to get to the very end and not have enough room to finish up my letter. Okay, so I'm going to put E, and then I've got tomb, and then write was. After I do that, I'm actually going to take my Tombow calligraphy pen, and I'm going to go over the downstrokes and make them bolder. Now that I've gone over all the downstrokes in Tomb and Empty, I'm actually also going to do it in Thee. I'm just going over the first downstroke in Thee and then Was. Well, it actually Was. I went down in the second one as well. Okay. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to go back. I'm going to take my calligraphy pen. I'm going to write John 20 on here. And I'm just writing John 20 because, you know, this kind of connects back to all of my reading from this whole reading plan. That's why I chose to put on there John 20. And I'm done with the page. So if you like this page and if this was helpful for you, I hope you'll give my video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, I hope you'll hit subscribe and come back and see me again. Thanks, and y'all have a good day.